I Got the Hell Out does contain explicit content that might not be suitable for some listeners, such as children, those that easily get offended, and we do recommend that listeners at work put your earbuds in if you have coworkers around.
And if you like the show, please spread the word by telling as many people as you can. Would also appreciate if you would subscribe, rate, hopefully with 5 stars, and review the podcast on iTunes. You can find us there as well as on Stitcher and Overcast. You can follow us on Twitter at WasInACult, on Facebook at I Got the Hell Out, and on Instagram at I Got the Hell Out with an underscore after each word. You can contact us through our website at IGotTheHellOut.com.
Hi, guys.
Hi, it's Laura.
And it's Deb, and it's the last double-digit episode
that's right.
of I Got the Hell Out. And it's a Monday night.
Mm-hmm.
And I got done working today and went home and jumped in the shower, and I'm here.
Yep.
Are you ready for our Kool-Aid recipe?
Sure. What is it?
It's Monday night.
Uh-huh.
It's after work.
Okay.
I think it's, 5:45, something like that. You don't even have to look.
I was going to say because it's almost 6:13.
Oh, nice. Okay, we'll call this one the 613, and the Kool-Aid recipe is beer.
All right. Short, sweet.
Well, it's been that kind of week. And guys, you've been slacking. Nobody sent me Kool-Aid recipes.
Oh, so it's not our fault, right? Come on, just throw people under the bus, not us.
I always throw you under the bus.
Oh, I'm well aware of that.
Come on now. Okay, we got through the Kool-Aid recipe.
Beer.
And you're not drinking tonight because you have places to go, people to see, and things to do.
Makes me sound so busy.
But you always are busy. You know that.
I know. What's up first?
I don't know. You always ask me that. Okay, what's today's date?
Oh, God, what the hell is today? Is today the 13th?
I don't know.
I think it's the 13th.
Could be. Now you're going to make me look. Oh, my God, it's 6:13.
See?
And it's today's Monday the 13th.
Right.
So I have to... Anyway, my youngest son, Kat, his 21st birthday is coming up on the 20th.
Aww.
And I'd like to give him, a big hello and I love you, son. And I don't know if he listens to us or not. Where did 21 years go, Laura?
I don't know. Believe me, I know what you're talking about.
Seriously.
It's like when did the kids grow up? When did that happen?
I'm not sure. Your daughter's in college. We're doing this today. And, all this good stuff. And are we really prepared to do this tonight, Laura?
Nope. No, we're not. So we're apologizing in advance.
Okie dokie. Okay, we did the Kool-Aid recipe, which was beer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, do you like Snapple?
It depends what flavor.
I don't like Snapple, but one of my coworkers, hi Kringle, do you know a caterpillar has more muscles than a human?
Get out.
I brought the Snapple Cap as proof.
Oh, well, if it's on the Snapple Cap.
Come on, that's better than the internet. I mean,
Snapple
the
Caps.
Snapple people got it the Snapple Cap.
Forget Wikipedia. We're going to the Snapple
Cap got it, okay? But do you know why I bring this up?
Why? God only knows with you.
Because I've known this guy for a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And he knows I do this podcast. And you know things about people, right?
Okay, right.
He's a pilot. He's in his, I think he's 21, 22 tops.
Mm-hmm.
And he got accepted to the school he wanted to go to for college, for pilots.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, wow, dude, when did you become interested with this? And he showed me video of him flying the other weekend down in Butler, down at their...
Oh, that's so cool.
We officially have our pilot that we're going to hire
to fly over the cult.
To fly over the cult and do our live episode someday over the rainbow.
Too bad it can't be for the next episode for
I
100.
I know.
Sure, we can't scrape our money together to get a private jet.
We're not both. We're both good looking. We're not, rich. Okay, that's all I can say. You can only have one or the other. Well, I guess if you have money, you can buy
You can
it.
buy.
I don't know. Anyway, he flies.
Oh
Kringle
my
already
God.
flies. How do I not know this about somebody I've
That
worked
is
with
so
for a year and a
cool.
half? Anyway, congratulations. He's going to be leaving us in, I think he said 6 months, to go off to college. And
Oh, that's so awesome.
makes my heart happy. Yeah. But we are going to hire him to fly us
Absolutely.
over Cultyville.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, speaking of Cultyville, remember father-in-law, pedo father-in-law was spotted in other little towns.
Is this the one that was like he was
Eating
eating like mac and
nachos.
cheese or something? Oh, nachos.
Yeah, nachos.
Okay.
Nacho cheese.
Okay.
Yeah. Apparently, he is not in a nursing home, from what I've been able to find out.
He's just out wandering?
No. Remember why I call him pedo father-in-law? Apparently, she's with him and taking care of him on this outskirt town.
Oh, wow.
I cannot confirm or deny dementia. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
But I think when you no longer become really relevant, they just kind of scoot you away under the carpet.
Like if you're not of any use.
Yes. As of no use. Now, I showed you a video when I showed up here. This video, I watched it. It's on their official page. Anybody who wants to go watch this video, be advised. It's almost 3 fucking hours long. Okay. It can be found on their official, cult name page. And you go under the video section, and it's under Samuel, Samuyl, and then it's 24, 2019, because they do that really weird calendar shit now.
Right.
So what'd you think of the video?
Oh my God. First of all, they had the guys blowing the horns again.
We're down at the wharf.
It sounds like we were on a wharf and there's like a tugboat coming in. It's foggy and
7 times.
Dear
7 or 8
Lord.
times to light all the
and
candles.
they have, what was that on the tree again? There was like a painted cardboard tree.
They had lamp lights.
It looked like a nest with little birds poking out, is what it looks like.
They looked like little nests, but they were little lamps.
Because they lit them.
Little oil lamps.
And every time they lit one, they blew the horn.
Yes.
The foghorn.
Yes. And they brought out the Ark of the Covenant that looked like it was cardboard tubes and spray painted gold.
Oh, it was definitely spray painted gold.
Is that your official opinion?
Oh, God. Yeah, it was like a bad art project.
Well, it would have been a really good art project for, elementary school.
For a first grader, it would have been really good.
Elementary school. Can we just go elementary school?
Sure.
Not everybody's talented. And for all we know, Laura, maybe the children there did make it.
Well, if the kids made it, then good.
Kudos to you.
Absolutely.
If it was an adult, your art skills need to improve a bit.
Yeah.
I'm really, really sorry on that. Did you catch how on this video, all of the announcements? See, do you know why I watched this?
Good Lord, no. Why do you watch these?
Research, okay.
Okay.
Only for the fact of, remember, they made their own damn fake award.
Right.
That we still laugh about because it's pathetic. Okay? And one of the questions you asked last week was, how did they present it to themselves?
Right. Was there like a little award ceremony? The question is who presented it to them is the question. Because usually the people hosting the award are the ones that present it to the winner.
Okay. My thought of the presenting the award would have been presenting it to the congregation.
Like Little Man presenting it to the congregation?
Or whoever is giving announcements,
Okay.
whatever elder is in favor at that point. Do you know what I mean?
Or that little kid that was on the video?
Yeah, the video started out with what looked like a 4-year-old that said, so-and-so's coming up now. Unprofessional
But did
editing.
it say he was a deacon, though?
No, that's a different kid.
I'm talking about the one...
The very first one, when the video started,
Right.
the kid was no more than 4. He's only on the video for like 4 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And they have him cut off. And all you can hear him say is, here's so-and-so or something.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he was vamping up to get new roles.
Gotcha.
He's getting into letting so-and-so know it's time to come up and do his shit.
Gotcha.
I don't know what cult training is anymore, Laura. I'm not there.
I just want to know how that one little kid became a deacon.
That one little kid, well, okay, let's start. I made you watch almost 8 minutes of this.
That I will never get back.
Of your life. Okay, now I made you watch this because it got me a thinking. They got this award December 21st at like almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay?
Okay.
Which would be after services.
Okay.
By the way, it was right on top of bread sacks when I went back and looked.
Oh, Lord.
So whoever did bread sacks decided it's time to put the award out there. Because remember, I told you it's on the same carpet.
Right.
Okay. Now, I went back and I painfully listened to the beginnings of the sermon that day, okay? Because they're announcing that they won it. So maybe it got announced at services that day.
Okay.
And they didn't put it on the Facebook page till 3 o'clock that afternoon.
Gotcha.
Okay? That was not the case. And there was nothing really interesting, in all honesty. I really want to find some Q-tip to stick in my brain and, like, get the shit out that I listened to. And I didn't even listen to the sermon. Okay? But I made you watch this almost 8 excruciating minutes of a little kid brings up this kid who was, maybe 11, 12, tops.
Right.
And he was reading from a paper. And did you see how he couldn't even articulate most of the words? He was stumbling.
Yeah, he has not been taught very well.
He could read, but unless... I don't know the notes in front of him. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it was handwritten, how big the font was.
Gotcha. If he wasn't prepared very well.
Or he couldn't read very well. Because we're going to get into that. Because education is going to be a topic today. Okay. Now, when you watch a video on there, you can click on it and it goes to where the people are commenting on it, right?
Oh, it's like if you're watching a live thing, like either I think you can do it on Instagram too, or on Facebook, and people can type in.
You can hit emojis. Right. You can type in love it, hate it. Okay. What did I show you was the most prominent language, which we're still not sure of.
It looked like it was like Arabic or something. That's the first thing that came to mind.
But there were 5 or 6 of them that were the same language that we were like, is that Arabic?
There were a lot of comments. Yeah. And then the emoji that was used.
Did you see the fuck you comment?
Yes, I did see that. That was
couldn't catch the name though. Whoever put fuck you on that live feed, you are my goddamn hero. Thank you.
But I also loved, some people were just putting in emojis, and the one that was used the most was the mad one.
Angry.
Yeah.
And laughing was second.
Angry and laughing was second, yes.
And there was a few hearts and a couple of thumbs up.
Yeah, a couple, but the majority were angry.
Well, that's okay, because I went into, of course, as I always do, their official Facebook page, because they can't ban me. Mm-hmm. I done nothing to be banned. I don't comment on shit. I don't like shit. I don't dislike stuff.
Nope.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Now, hold on. I need to drink a beer, guys. Cheers!
What did you find on their page?
I found a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
But if you go on to anything that anybody likes...
Okay.
or they comment on.
Mm-hmm.
you can click on that and see all these people that liked it or loved it or commented.
Right.
And you can also click on that person's profile.
Mm-hmm.
All of these people that like and love and comment on their official page post nothing but propaganda and little man shit. There's no personal photos. There is no, my daughter won cheerleading or the corn's growing.
So they're like fake accounts?
I am not accusing anybody of anything. All I can tell you is I can look at something, and if it doesn't look right.
Gotcha.
And it's a lot of the same people like, and it's always the most 75% of the comments to 85% of the comments are, praise God, praise God, praise God.
Oh my.
So I honestly wonder if somebody's actual job there at
Create
this
accounts.
point is to create accounts and likes and followers.
So it looks like, oh my God,
So it looks
1,000
legit.
people like this or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you click on it and you've played it and Laura, you're excuse me.
God bless you.
Your entire job at the cult could be to sit in front of your computer and do all of these Facebook accounts. There's 300 of them, 400 of them, 500 of them.
Could you
However
imagine
many.
that being your job?
But you have a list to go down and you like it, you love it, you love it, you like it, you love it. You just go right on down.
Oh my God.
And praise God, praise God, praise God is all of the comments.
Oh my God.
What?
They have an Instagram account.
Who does?
The cult.
No way! You
Yes,
just looked that up.
I just looked it up right now. I don't
Why
know.
in the hell would you just look up right now that they have an Instagram? I wondered what you were doing. I thought there was an emergency. You
This
got
was
me
an
scared.
emergency. This was an emergency because when I mentioned like the live Instagram, the live Facebook, it just got me thinking, oh, and I can't believe I never checked this out earlier.
Can we finish? Can we finish with the creepy ass video first?
Sure, but they posted something 1 hour ago. There we go.
Did you see they brought a second Ark of the Covenant out?
A bigger, better one.
A bigger, better one, and it still looked like it was spray painted and out of cardboard. And they lit incense because God smells your prayers.
I love church incense, though. I gotta say that. Although who knows what theirs smelled like.
Anyway, did you get that they were calling from girls from age 0 to 12, and then 12 to adult, and then adult and above?
Yeah.
And men's classes was canceled.
Mm-hmm. Well, I liked how they have concession stands, but they have a men's concession stand
Oh, I
and
totally
a women's
forgot about
concession
that.
stand.
Yeah. The men's and the women's concession stand. And they told you what you were eating.
Oh, what was it? The world famous?
World famous fajitas. Now, are they world famous because they have a member here or there in another country
Oh my gosh.
that likes their stuff on Facebook?
The world famous fajitas.
World famous fajitas. Because
I'm sure.
at the what was it? The Lamplight Cafe.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, because, you got to have them lamplit sermons that save your electricity and... Okay. Are you there?
I'm here. What do you have now?
Oh, gosh. We got all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
Okie doke.
Oh, well, I'm looking here on their new Instagram page that I'll be following.
Oh, that's right. I had to finish up with this and you were going to Instagram. See,
Well, look, wait. On Instagram, they posted, God is in full control.
But look, little man's initials are in the bottom corner.
Mm-hmm.
So that's him quoting it.
Oh, brother.
An hour ago. How many followers do they have?
883.
Okay.
And they're only following 22 people.
Do they all have the same last name?
No, here's the people they're following. You can scroll and see.
Okay, a lot from that town. I have.
Do you recognize any of them?
Gosh, no. I'm not gonna say any of them, but no.
Okay.
I don't know how Instagram works. You do all of the
Okay.
technical
I
stuff.
was just wondering if you recognize anybody that they follow.
No, but I can tell you when you go on like their official page and go into like their members that like it.
Oh, okay.
I know a lot of the names
Okay.
that are there. So,
Okay.
we are heading off to pending posts. How's
Okay.
that sound?
Sounds good. How's that beer?
I love my beer. And, I got a shower before I got here. And I kind of held off. I had a little bit of beer before I got here. Just one. But, good Lord, I just got done working. Come on. Please still give us questions, anything for the 100th episode. Anything goes next week.
Uh-oh.
We will answer anything cult related or not. Do you agree, Laura?
I agree. Or cult related or not.
Yes. And on a personal level, anything. Y'all.
Oh, that could get pretty good.
I know.
That could get pretty good. Well, you know what? You need to start that on Facebook. Did you start something about that? So there's like a thread or whatever?
Seriously, you have to ask me that question. Did I already do that?
You know what? I don't know. Start one again.
Look. You talk for a minute and I'm going to write it in my book.
Okay.
What am I starting? Start thing on Facebook.
Start thing on Facebook for 100th episode.
Start theong.
Oh my God. That beer, Deb.
100th episode.
Okay.
Yeah, guys, questions, all that good shit, come on.
Oh, that could get pretty good.
Okay, I have to post that. See, look, I even put a big square around it. Big
pending
square. Robin C says, is this podcast not available on Podbean? Recently, I got annoyed with Apple Podcast Player, so switched over to Podbean, but she can't find us. I don't think we're on Stitcher because we have to pay.
Right.
There's a few things we have to pay, guys.
Yeah.
And we already pay a bunch for a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. Well, another one that I listen to, my podcast on, it's called Overcast, and it's free. Because I got fed up with iTunes or whatever the hell it is. So I switched to Overcast.
All I know is I've come across people that are like, oh, I want to listen to your shit, but either don't know what a podcast is, have a podcast player. If you just Google us and hit, it brings up a player that's automatically good with your phone unless you live in the rock ages.
I have a flip phone.
A flip phone wouldn't play us anyway.
Do
you know what I mean?
You couldn't search for us on a flip phone.
Okay, moving on. Julie G says, so I grew up in the small town of another state that has the same name that the city that Cultyville's in, right?
Okay.
Her hint is, I Like Ike is well known in this town, and you can't say anything.
Okay.
That's just one of them little grains. Thank you, Julie. Okie doke. Okay. Kirsty J says, hi, everyone. I thought after being in this group for a couple of months, I should stop creeping and post something. Hi, Kirsty.
Hello. You creeper.
She's currently a mature student in her 30s. Her 20s were spent getting the hell out of a bad situation, which, hey, good for you,
doing
girl.
it. Absolutely.
You're back on track.
Absolutely.
She's pursuing a degree, but a lot. Okay, which I'm going to start reading.
Okay.
Which involves a lot of studying pagan religions as well as translating pagan myth and translating Bible passages from Greek. So when I'm taking time away from that, I love listening to true crime podcasts.
Oh, yeah. Amen.
Especially cult related. And that's how I found this podcast. Couldn't pass up listening to Deb's amazing story. And when Deb mentioned pagan gods and the words derived from them, I knew I found the perfect podcast. Hey, girl.
Hey. Welcome.
Here's her question.
Okay.
Something I'm curious about, though, was it just words that derive from pagan gods that the cult refuses to use? Or is it words that derive from any pagan mythological characters? If so, they better not have used the words echo, fate, and furry.
Well, you said echo they weren't allowed to use, right?
I don't
Didn't you
remember
say that?
echo, but I know fate. You couldn't use fate, but fate was because it was predetermined and everybody has free will.
Okay.
Um,
What was the other one? Furry?
Furry, Fury.
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 I thought it said furry, like a furry
I did
dog.
send furry. I looked at it wrong.
Yeah, okay. I'm like, furry. Okay, fury.
Fury.
Gotcha.
I think Fury's in the Bible, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. And she also wanted to know, what did they call volcanoes? Because, do you know what volcanoes are from?
What do you mean they're from what?
They're from Vulcan, the pagan god of blacksmithing.
Oh, okay.
We had Vesuvius down.
See, that's what I was thinking, Vesuvius.
We had a company down here called Vesuvius.
Right.
And they had the coolest thing on their metal roof, which was a shiny thing, little tabby things that would blow in the wind.
Mm-hmm.
And it was an erupting volcano. And they were Vesuvius from the pagan god. I don't remember volcanoes erupting while I was there. I don't know. They only addressed stuff that was happening. So
Like in the news, you mean?
pretty much. So I'm not sure on that one, girl. I don't know. Diana R. Why do cults have to be so intense? Like, chill out. Can't we have a cult where we nap, watch true crime documentaries, and talk shit? I'd leave my loved ones behind for that.
And I would join you.
Snacks. You gotta have snacks.
Snacks and just watch true crime?
And
absolutely.
a jacuzzi and just like unlimited comfort. Oh God, I'd leave y'all. See ya. Laura, I'd write you a letter and you
Watch
could
true crime things all day long.
tell everybody Deb's out. Natasha R says, no offense, but people who drink milk for fun kind of scare me.
Gotta agree there.
Coffee, milk, and beer is all I can tell you.
All right.
You drink coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like milk?
No.
And you don't like beer?
No.
See,
How are we friends?
I don't even know the answer to this question. And you drink all these sophisticated drinks and wine drinks and...
I literally do not like the taste of beer. I never did. Never did.
I didn't like the taste of beer either, but I liked what it did to me. So you overcome that, just like the
So you
taste of
learn to
black
like it.
coffee.
Oh, God.
Yes. Do you really think anybody likes black coffee, Laura?
I do.
I like it because when I was like 20 years old, I'd wake up in the morning and I lived on my own and I'd have sugar but no milk. Or I'd have milk and no sugar. So just one day I decided,
Screw it. Yeah.
Fuck it. I will learn to drink the shit black. Yeah. So, you just learn to like it. They both do stuff. It hypes you up, brings you down. Hypes you up, brings you down. I would like to give a serious, heartfelt thank you to everybody who gave me the link to Meathead Movers.
What's that?
It's a moving company that helps women leave abusive homes at no cost to them.
Oh,
They will come
nice.
and help you move. Okay?
There are some good people out there.
To everybody that I mean, I must have had 20
That's
people
awesome.
send me this link, whether it was personally, to be, pending post.
Gotcha.
Janelyn HS, you were the very first one, so you get approved. Everybody else, I'm sorry, you were late to the show. Emily C, I'd like to say hi. She's been on a rampage getting through the episodes, but she says her mind is blown. Okay, now here's somebody who's from that town, okay? She's listening to episode 60.
Okay.
And she nearly drove off the road with, "Get your beds ready. Myrtle's coming." You don't remember that, do you?
I vaguely remember that. Was it the myrtle that's growing there?
Myrtle trees.
Sure, right.
Crepe myrtles.
Crepe, okay. Like it creeps in, right?
They're crepe myrtles, like crepes that you eat. I don't get it because you don't eat them. They're crepe myrtles.
Okay.
And they're trees and bushes, I think.
Okay.
Guys, don't be screaming at me at this point. But it was a movement down there. There were billboards. "Get your beds ready. Myrtle's coming." I mean, and we're in the midst of the Bible Belt. I mean, how dirty does that freaking sound? Okay?
Yep. That's pretty direct of what they're, insinuating there.
But they were talking flower beds.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Get your flower beds ready. The crepe myrtles are coming, okay?
Uh-huh.
But anyway, she must be from that town. So, hi, Dana R. I'm listening to episode 60 and nearly drove off the road with "Get your beds ready. Myrtle's coming." That campaign was the most ridiculous thing that the Women's Guild ever did. I purposely took out any crepe myrtles that were in my yard and planted anything but them. Okay, now look, crepe is CREPE. Do you see that? Probably not because you're blind.
No, yeah, I see it.
So is that crepe myrtles?
Crepe myrtles.
There you go. This was a big, I remember this because people were outraged. It was on the news. There were billboards shown.
Wow. So someone came up with that. That was like some brainstorming session.
Some dirty-minded person
Exactly.
on the Women's Guild came up with, "Get your beds ready, Myrtle's coming." And believe it or not, gardening was something that a lot of guys did there. The landscaping part. The women took care of the flowers and shit, but you put in crepe myrtles and stuff. Chris S. shared 11 signs you're the victim of narcissistic abuse. So I'm going to approve that for anybody who wants to peruse that article.
Mm-hmm.
And Becca C. shared a meme with us. "I can't wait to tell my children how many times I survived the end of the world." Which, that's something that me and all of the ex-members, we laugh about. How many times the end of the world should have come around.
But oops, they made a mistake.
Yeah, just like third tithe year and other assorted stuff. Anyway, what do you have? Anything exciting?
Well, they're not as exciting on the blog. They have like the weekly blog posts, and they're not as exciting as they were. Like, there's no Jupiter. There's no,
Oh, by the way, I saw an article that Jupiter, whether it was an Onion article, I didn't bother to look. Mm-hmm. Jupiter is spitting asteroids at us because Jupiter is pissed off at us. And I thought of us, and Jupiter's got Satan in it.
So Satan's spitting asteroids.
I don't know. Satan's spitting asteroids. Okay, go ahead.
It just says the highlights of, I guess, this sermon, I suppose. Let's see, build positive habits. Do not waste time.
Because you can't waste time, Laura, there. Listen, stealing, do not steal is like one of the top 10 commandments, right? Mm-hmm. If I'm supposed to meet you at noon, if I'm late, I stole from you. I stole your time. I have to repent for that.
Oh, good Lord.
Well, yeah, you got to repent for what you do.
So it says, do not waste time, be diligent in study, and stick with daily habits.
Because if you make habits to keep doing culty stuff, you're going to keep doing it.
Oh my gosh. Put away your sinful ways. Follow God's example. Strengthen the hearts and minds. Then it says, physical cleansing helps us to get rid of toxins and negative emotions. So apparently if you physically cleanse yourself, you get rid of negative emotions?
They got all kinds of cleanses. I wouldn't put it past them. I really wouldn't.
Let's see what else they have.
Come on, you got to do all the cleanses.
I'm looking here because this one, like I said, this is not too exciting. It's just saying some Bible verses. They're teaching, quote, war no more.
Well, that's because we're on the brink of World War III, but we're not going to talk about that.
Let's see. Those who deal with children and teens do not aid Satan in her attacks upon our youth. Stop criticism, accusations, blame, mockery, nitpicking, etc.
Nitpicking.
Mm-hmm. Recognize their qualities and allow them time to grow. Acknowledge their potential, not their failures.
That's all we got?
That's all we got, and a bunch of lottery numbers.
We always got the lottery numbers, and they never win.
No.
By the way, 666 did not win.
Oh, and you played it.
I did not.
You did not?
No.
No. What if it hit? You'd be pissed off.
Not really. I would have laughed about it.
Okay.
I would have told you and laughed. And I actually have a bet going right now. $50. If the Penguins take the Stanley Cup, it's $1,000 payoff.
Oh, man, would that be nice?
But it's so early in the season that they can give you those odds.
Right.
Come on.
Right. Well, I will keep my fingers crossed for you.
There's 5 of us that went in on it at work. We each paid $50. We'll each get $1,000. So, come on. Yes, no?
That'd be pretty sweet.
I'd like it. I recently... Okay, here's where we get down to the nitty-gritty, right?
Okay.
Where we usually do, right?
Okay.
2 of the ex-child members that I talk about all the time, sometimes by name, sometimes by not, they were the daughters of a lady that we used to hang out a lot. I was introduced to her by my ex-sister-in-law. And the 3 of us lived in this little teeny tiny town on the outskirts of the big town, and it started with a B and had 5 letters.
Alrighty.
It's also the name of some sort of nobleman.
Okay.
Better than a commoner, but not up there, okay? But I got to know her and her children, and one of her daughters is one of the ones that let us know that the award was fake.
Ah, okay.
So, but she came up the other night in People You May Know. Because I guess I'm friends with 2 of her daughters.
Oh, you went on Facebook.
On Facebook, because
right.
I'm scrolling through. And, of course, I had a bit of a buzz, and I'm like, oh, look, it's Stellular. And that's what I'm calling her.
Okay.
She's Stellular.
Okay.
And she's going to laugh when she listens to this, okay? But I just hit the friend request button, right? And she finally got back to me, and she said that she wasn't sure if it was me or not, right? But I asked her how she's doing and things, right? And she gave me permission to read anything that I'm going to read tonight. So she said she's semi-retired. She has a part-time teaching job. And she sees women in that town dressed in some kind of like Amish garb. And she's been told that they were the cult women. And she says it just goes to prove when you hit the road to crazy town, eventually you reach your destination. Look, I shared a picture of her and her children. Aren't they darling?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's how I remember her. I'll have to ask her if I can have permission to post that. But she says it seems like so long ago, like 2 lifetimes. And she said that she never bought into the religion hook, line, and sinker, that there were just so many things that she just couldn't accept. But she said to this day she's embarrassed with her affiliation with them.
Well, that's interesting.
She still lives back in that town. And I told her that I was sorry that she was embarrassed, but I take it personally as a life lesson, right? And told her I had planned on talking about her tonight, but, if she didn't want mentioned and stuff, I wasn't going to do it. Her response was, nope, go ahead. I've done a lot of stupid things and made a lot of stupid mistakes, but I own it because that's what grown-ups do.
Yep. She nailed that one.
I love you. I love you. God, I can't wait to talk to you again. And she says, crazy as it sounds, I got old before I got grown. I can be embarrassed without being ashamed because I always did what I believed was my best. And me and you have talked about that. If you're doing the best that you can do, you can't do any fucking better.
Right.
I mentioned one time that people there are so freaking poor. And when something new comes out, sometimes it really sucks. And she let her youngest daughter pick out, that 6 or 7 pack of underwear that little kids get.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the pairs had hearts on them.
You're not allowed to have that.
You couldn't have hearts. So my friend took a Sharpie marker because the girl was little. Mm-hmm. So in using the public restrooms, you might have seen the hearts on the girl's ass.
Right. Oh, yeah.
And suddenly you're covering her crotch up with hearts. So are you actually sacrificing her to Cupid?
God only knows what they'd think.
But my friend took a Sharpie that night after the sermon and didn't want to throw that pair of underwear away because it was hearts.
Mm-hmm. What'd she draw on them?
She turned them into strawberries.
Oh my God.
Isn't that so cute?
That is so clever.
She took a black Sharpie and a green one and turned them into strawberries. And there were so few of us that knew, and we used to laugh about it. Do you know what I mean?
That is really clever.
She goes on to say, the great thing about my cult experience is it made me a little suspicious. No matter how great a person's story sounds, I look at their life first. If their words and life aren't in sync, I know they're lying. And Laura, I can't tell you how many times since I've left the cult, you want to call them vibes, somebody doesn't look you in the eye, body movements. There's just so many little tiny things that I've noticed over the years when somebody is trying to deceive you, gaslight you, make you believe something. Their shit doesn't match up with their life. I always tell people, prove me by your actions, don't prove me by your words.
Oh, words can be totally worthless.
Words to me
mean nothing.
Are totally worthless.
Right.
We discussed a lot of episodes ago that a friend apologized to me, and the apology meant nothing. It was changed attitude, changed behavior that made all the difference.
Right.
Because when your words don't match up with what you're saying, how you're living, how you're jiving, if you come up to me with a pyramid scheme and you're promising me you're gonna make me $2,000 a week, and you're living in a broke down, apartment, I ain't even gonna give a place. Do you know what I mean? I wrote back to her that it was such an awesome observation. I learned a lot of lessons there too. And a lot of us got our children from there that we wouldn't have had. Me, I wouldn't be speaking to this wonderful woman today. As of this morning. Do you know what I mean? When we were texting, that you came up on my Facebook feed and you spent time in hell with me. Do you remember this? And I remember her girls reading their Harry Potter books in my trailer. And
sneaking those books in there.
Anyway, I told her it was so good hearing from her after so long. And she said, remember when we weren't able to use that word, good? You couldn't use the word good. Because good was God. You had to replace good with awesome, it's great, it's wonderful.
Jeez.
And you had to use instead of happy, you had to use I'm pleased, I'm ecstatic, you had to go into your shelf of words.
Like your thesaurus.
Yeah.
Oh my
But she ends with, seriously, I'm just happy because something was good. And the words that were capitalized there.
Right,
Come
right.
on. I love you, girl. I do. It was great hearing from you. I've heard from our Australia friends. If you want to help contribute, call the Red Cross or something. There's too much stuff coming in and they got no place to keep it. And
You know what? Actually, I have a screenshot of different websites.
yeah, go
That
on
I
and
can.
find
I would
websites
say I can
and
post it.
stuff.
We can post it on Facebook.
You can.
I can do that.
I allow you.
Oh, gee, thank you. I'm so glad I have your permission. No, I took the screenshot from some other. I don't know if it was another podcast or I don't know what it was, but we can post that up. And I think there's like 6 or 7 different websites to go to contribute.
Okay, now I'm gonna try and find something here.
Was it a pending post?
No, who said it?
I was gonna wait and see how long you were in, like, how long you could hold that.
I can hold it a long time, and I don't know where it is. So I'm gonna have to paraphrase. Oh, I found it. Okay, I posted earlier today a picture of the school desks that I showed you. That I don't remember where I got them, whether it was a resale shop, another member whose children outgrown them. But you weren't allowed to send your kids to actual school, public school. Because when you have 2 wives, the kindergarten or first grader might be overheard talking about daddy's second wife, third wife.
Yeah, not good.
3 sisters that teacher knows she doesn't have.
Right.
The food restrictions, all kinds of things, okay? I'm not going to read all of this. The state she's in is a 1-page sheet that you sign as a quote-unquote educational plan that you Google and print.
No, wait, what is this for?
If you homeschool.
Okay.
Okay? File it once and the kid is out of sight until 18 years old. In the state that Caitlin is in.
Wow.
Okay? There's a lot here. Like I said, I'm not going to read it. I just know, thank you, Caitlin, for your information. When I was there and when we first showed up, the kids were still in school. But it quickly became apparent that they had to make school evil because things were getting out. Things were leaking. People were going, what? What are you talking about?
Yeah, second wife.
A third wife, other sisters, sister mothers, whatever you wanted to call them, okay? But they took school away from the kids. And I think it was like 2 years before poor Jess got to go to school because kids wake up early in the damn morning. What do? They look out the windows. You're making them scrambled eggs, pancakes, whatever. And here comes the big yellow school bus. And he sees all the other kids getting on because we lived in town at that time, the big town. And he was so excited that someday he could go to school.
Go on the bus.
And go on the bus and go to school. And of course, as a mom, you hype it up. Oh yeah, you get to learn stuff. Right. And it's like you're a grown up. You're away from me all day. You got all these friends.
You're a big boy.
You're a big boy now. And they took school away. And
was he wondering, like, what happened to the bus?
What was sad was when we actually moved out of the big town because remember Kenny fell off that building and got a settlement. Excuse me. We bought a couple of acres outside of the big town in a very rural section. But our neighbors where our fence line was, they had like 5 kids. And my children would still see those kids get on a school bus every day. And here I am. My mom was there. I think she's the one that took the picture that I posted on Facebook today.
Mm-hmm.
But it's an obviously spray painted badly blue and green old time kids' desk.
Right, the old wooden ones.
Yes. And they were very badly painted. Badly. And I think I got them for cheap. I don't know remember where I got them rightly. But me and my mother spent an afternoon with furniture stripper and wood stain, and we made them bitches come to life, let me tell you. They were beautiful. And when I left Kenny and the double wide trailer with polyester curtains and, all that good shit, I left them. So I have no idea what happened to the desks. But they were beautiful when we redid them. But you can only take kids so far with an education.
Right.
There were a lot of people there that ran away from home, that never finished high school. I mean, I'd like to think I'm pretty damn smart on a lot of shit. Other shit, I can tell you, I'm dumb as a stump, okay? I actually had Jesse tested when we finally were out of there and he was going to be starting school. Because I did my best, Laura.
Right.
I did my best.
Right.
But I'm not a teacher. I haven't been trained as a teacher. I had no plans. We did have dollar store discs that taught ABCs and colors. And you remember the dollar store?
Mm-hmm.
They sold learning CDs for like a freaking $1. And they were games. You would like move the mouse.
Oh, wow. I did not know.
I think I still probably have them. They were simple games. Like it was a cartoon background and the mouse, there were 3 like Scrabble tiles, like NAR. And you had to take the mouse and you could take the little tiles on the screen and put them to where it would make RAN.
Gotcha.
And then it, ta-da, and you'd get like a coin or 2 and a little chicken dancing or whatever it was back then. And then it would move on to the next word. But when I had my son tested, he was age-wise 2nd grade. Okay. So that makes you what? 8? 7?
7-ish, yeah.
He tested 5th grade science.
Wow. Nice job.
Science is our thing. I love experiments. I love nature. I love the whole 9 yards of it. So that was a shit ton of our school time. To this day, he cannot spell and hates to write. He tested, and I'm sorry, Jesse, but he tested like mid-kindergarten for handwriting.
Oh, wow.
It's not something we worked on because I didn't realize it was something I should be doing. I'm teaching.
Because again, you're not trained to be a teacher.
I'm teaching him his ABCs on the damn computer and teaching him to read, for Christ's sake. Come on,
right.
Actually writing, no. And then again, of course, we had dittos and workbooks to do. But the thing was, again, I'm not a teacher. I would make him sit there till it was done. So he could get it done in 5 minutes and go play. Or he could sit there for an hour and daydream out the window. Here's your lunch. You're not done yet. You can't move. So when he actually went to school, he had a problem getting classwork done.
Oh, because it's like on a time frame. It's kind of like you have this amount of time.
Here's your social studies, fill in the blanks, turn it in when you're leaving. Well, he's staring out the window.
Thinking he has all the time in the world.
Because that's
right.
The environment of the teaching. Because, again, what the hell do I know about a teaching environment and schedules and what needs done? So, to all y'all out there that are homeschooled, because I know the Mormons are, and a lot of y'all, I'm so sorry. Brandon, the bitch I love to hate son, he actually went to college for a while and gave a shitty, sarcastic shout out to his mother at one point because he's in college. He's taking college classes and he has no idea how to study.
And that's huge.
Because
huge.
I showed you a picture of him and his mom, and he was all of like 4 years old when his mom joined. And he never had any formal education. And I'm telling you, the man is smart, but if you've never been taught to swim and somebody throws you in the ocean.
Right. Yeah.
So, Brandon, I give you all the credit in the world, dude. I really, really, really do. Okie doke. Do you have any more to add?
I do not.
You know, I have all these things in like screenshots and Photoshop.
But you can't find them.
No, they're right here. We do have to say goodbye to the drummer in Rush, Neil Peart.
How sad was that? Oh my God.
Yeah. We're getting to the age, guys, where like everybody's
well,
dying on us.
But they kept, I mean, I've never heard that he had brain cancer. That was kind of like a well-kept secret.
A lot of
I'm
people
missing something.
keep a lot of things quiet, but Sammy's a musician. I don't know if you are, but there's all these bands across wherever scrambling to find an easy Rush song for a tribute this weekend.
Oh, wow.
There is no easy Rush song. There isn't a single easy one to play. Trees is my favorite. What's yours?
You know what? Limelight. I like that one.
There is
and
no wrong
Tom
answer.
Sawyer. Tom Sawyer, obviously.
Tom Sawyer, but Trees is one of my favorite. Good Lord, are we at 57 minutes already? I didn't get the Little Man shit. Laura, how does this happen?
I don't know. Save it for episode 100.
Okay, I know there was a ton of stuff I wanted to get to. Oh, by the way, remember that picture I showed you of all the people that work in the back of the kitchen?
Yes.
I talked to my boss today. Hi, KB. She has 52 employees.
Whoa.
That is front of the house and back of the house.
That's a lot of people.
For the tiny little place. We have 13 bar stools. I don't need.
Wow.
We have 4 tables that hold 4 people apiece in the bar, and then we have a couple of little tiny dining rooms in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a lot. Guys, 100th episode coming up. Send us your personal questions. We'll answer anything, I swear to you. We'll answer anything that you have.
And you will post that on Facebook.
Yeah, and you were supposed to remind me I have to stop at Kathy's tonight and write her bills out for her.
Yeah, I totally forgot.
I knew you did. It was another drinking episode, and again, Laura didn't drink with me.
No, I'm sorry. Party pooper here.
I had 2 beers. You know, hey, what can I say? You can get a hold of us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Post Office Box 284, Oakdale, Pennsylvania, 15071. Always remember to be kind, guys. And you know what? I'm just going to share some words. How's that sound?
Go for it.
Words. Anybody who tells you that he has some way of leading you to spiritual enlightenment is likely somebody who picks your pocket and sells you your own watch. That's Alan Watts.
Oh my God.
I love these gems. And billionaire heiress Andrew Forrest donates $48 million to firefight relief in Australia. That's on Channel 11.
Wow.
Kudos to you, dude.
Yeah. No kidding.
I will post that one. And anybody out there, when you get to where you're going, turn around and help somebody who's behind you. Because that wasn't you long ago.
Yep.
okay? Any help is always appreciated from anybody.
And sometimes help can just be a kind word.
It is. It is. And I've never heard this one before, Laura. I know I'm supposed to be afraid of getting older, but I love this shit so much. Every year I sink deeper into this unapologetic realness of me, and it's amazing.
That's pretty deep.
That's Bumi Laditan, BUNMILADITAN.
No, don't ask me.
All I can tell you is I'm turning 25, I'm turning 30, I'm turning 40, I'm turning 50. It's like every year I'm like, well, this shit just keeps getting better and better. I give a shit less.
Mm-hmm.
I care about other things more.
Right.
My perspective changes. It's amazing.
Yeah, numbers don't mean anything.
People don't give this aging shit any kind of credibility, do they?
Mm-hmm. It's all negative. Like, aging is this evil thing.
I relish my laugh lines, my wrinkles, and my gray hair. It proves I fucking lived. I laughed. I cried. I had a life. All these people that are getting injections and Botox and coloring their hair. Look how gray I am. Look at this, Laura. How often do you see my hair down? How gray am I? How gray am
I can't see in this light.
Oh, my God.
It's hard to tell in this light. Oh, I'll be coloring my hair till the day I die.
What's funny is my grandma's 98. We've discussed this. And it was only a couple of years ago I realized I've never seen her with so much as like an inkling of anything that's not her hair color.
Mm-hmm.
And then one day I picked her up and I looked at her and I'm like, Grandma, your hair's not that color, is it? And she busted out laughing and she's like, I'm as gray-headed as any person in here.
And she's how old?
98.
Oh, yeah, you go, girl.
And then here's her granddaughter who's half gray sitting having lunch with her and she's as reddish, brownish haired as everywhere.
That's right, color that hair.
Whatever makes you happy, guys, do it. Life's too short for negativity and shit. God, Laura, I had so much more and we're going to have to make it wait.
All right.
Do you have anything to add?
No. Save it for episode 100.
Okay.
What? What's that look for?
I don't know. I found interesting shit on their Facebook page, but we'll leave it.
We can wait.
We can wait. It's getting late. It is exactly 7:13. Woo! An hour after the magic number. All right, guys. Like I said, give us your shit, stuff, and whatnot. Episode 100 will be next week. I'm not sure what day we're doing it. It's always up to Laura.
I think it's going to be Sunday.
Always up to Laura.
Thank you. Thank you.
I've been here as early as 9 o'clock in the morning and not happy, kind of like a wet raccoon, Do wet raccoons get mad? Where the hell did I come up with that?
I have no idea.
Wet raccoons. Okay, well.
On that note,
it's been Deb.
And Laura.
And we hope you're having an awesome day.
And have a good week.
All that good shit and whatnot. Bye, guys.
Bye.